Cool. All right. Shalom, shalom.
So,
These are brothers from the GMS Atlantic Church here in Georgia, giving all glory, honor, and praises unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 First Fruit, Brother Kasha Kwala.
Brother Zakaria.
We want to come at y'all with a quick lesson. The brother Zakaria had it on his spirit about, pretty much refraining from this world. So for lack of better words, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord right now in the spirit is telling us to get the hell up out of here. That's why you got that Micah 2 and 10. That's why you got Haggai 1 and 4. To depart, spiritually and mentally from this place. So you have nothing, you're not attached to anything. You're not wanting to miss something. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Because we understand the missiles are coming. We understand what 2 Peter's the 3rd chapter says. All the works there shall be dissolved. Okay, so what manner of person are you to be in all holy conversation? Okay, all godliness and holy conversation. So we understand that. So we're detaching ourselves to the things we used to or once were attached to in this world, because we know it's all going to get smoked at the end of the day. And everything that we may have been attached to, say as women or material things, diamonds, gold, whatever, we're going to get 100-fold in the kingdom. So there's a saying out in the world, it says, good things come to those who wait. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures tell us. Me and the brother not too long ago did a lesson on mercy, and we went into the Lord's long suffering. Now, if we were created in His image, then we're supposed to be patient. We're supposed to be long suffering. Okay? The word "suffer" itself means to endure or to be patient. Okay? So we got to detach ourselves from these certain things and reattach ourselves to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and believe on the promises that He has set up for us, because they're way better than whatever the hell is here in this earth right now. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give the floor to these brothers, and we're going to get a few scriptures, and Lord willing, y'all edify. Go ahead,
God, this is on 1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. That's what we see in today, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, man. Because everybody is prideful in this place too, and it's a whole bunch of temptations out there. The lust of the eyes, you might see something that the flesh likes, and it's not right. For example, adultery and idolatry, we see these things and we know those things are there, but Jake still go off and still worship these false idols, But as the brother was saying, the missiles are coming, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is constantly warning us, and we can see the prophecies are passing, which means that the end is almost here,
That's right.
He's constantly warning us and showing us examples. So basically, we're just saying, fuck it, The hell with this place. I'd rather do what I got to do now so I get the hell up out of here, Lord willing, That's what we always say.
That's right.
And then I'm going to continue on this verse 17. And the world passeth away, and there it is right there, passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. And what's the will of the Most High? This work, ultimately. Glorifying Him, We don't go out there for no reason. We don't go out there just to go out there, There's a purpose for everything. And our purpose here is to glorify Him in the world and to warn y'all people that this place is about to be destroyed, And you gotta get the floor. You guys have any person?
Yeah, I got a little something, because in that it says world a lot.
God.
Okay. And can you read verse 15 again?
God got you. 1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
That's right. All three of those worlds in there is cosmos. Read verse 16.
Verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world.
All those worlds in there are cosmos. Read 17.
Verse 17. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever.
That's right. And that world in that last verse is cosmos. Okay, so he's saying if you're in, there's particular worlds within inside the world. The oikomene, okay? You got three different words for world: oikomene, aeon, and cosmos. All three of those verses is only using the word cosmos. John is only using the word cosmos. There's different things. You know, you have the world, you have Red Bull. Welcome to Red Bull. Welcome to my world. Well, I don't drink goddamn Red Bull, so I'm not in that world.
Yeah,
You got the homosexual world. You got the, the faggot world, the lesbian world, the pedophile world, the nigger world, the club world, the car world. So you hear that goddamn car demon outside right now.
Yeah, kind.
You know, the workforce world. He's saying depart from all that spiritually, okay? And that goes to show you when John is speaking right here, how he's using the word cosmos, he's not contradicting the scriptures. Because when you read the book of Ecclesiastes, it clearly states that the world abideth, the earth abideth forever, okay? But he's talking about a specific realms of different things that you can get caught up into, okay? If you into women, that's a world in itself right there. Depart yourself from it, okay? Can I get a quick precept? Romans 8, and start at I want to say 7. But there's get a book of Ecclesiastes. I think it's 12 and 13, because the brother had mentioned something. You there? Yes. Read Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 first.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
Because you said, brother, there's only one thing we should be doing on this earth. So go ahead.
This Ecclesiastes 12 verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
That's the whole duty of man. When you read John 15, it says if you want to consider, paraphrasing, if you want to consider yourself a friend of Yahweh Shai, he says to do what I command. That's simple. Go ahead and read. I think Romans 8, and I think you can start at 5 probably.
Verse 5, I'll start at verse 5. Romans 8 and verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
That's right. That's what John was saying. He was in the same spirit as Paul, who wrote this epistle to the Romans over there in Rome, the Israelites in Rome. Okay, go ahead.
For to be carnally minded is death, and that word carnal too can go into the flesh. To be carnal is death. The flesh is death. Because what the scripture said, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. The Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, He deals spiritually. That's why you have that term out there. It's a spiritual war.
Yeah.
Because it really is a spiritual war. We have to deal with spiritual things. Spiritual Satan. He comes to us. He tries to tempt us because he knows that we're in this flesh. But that's why we have to pray, constantly pray and endure through all these things, and so that we can get the rewards. We're being diligent. I'm going to continue on. It says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And what's that life and peace? This book, through the power of Yahweh Shema Shah, and He established our thoughts too, our spiritual minds. That brings us peace. Where we know what to do in this filthy ass world, in certain situations. You guys got it.
Oh, you keep going.
Oh, keep going? All right, come on. Verse 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High.
That's right. So it means if you have a carnal mind, like you beautifully broke it down. The carnal is the flesh. So if you got a fleshly mind, your mind's not toward you. How about you? So go ahead, bro.
For it is not subject to the law of the Most High.
It's not subject to the law of the Most High. Okay, so your flesh is not going to submit to the commandments of Yahweh Shai, but your spirit is going to make your flesh do that. So go ahead.
Neither indeed can be.
That it can't. That's why we can't go up in the chariots in this raggedy ass temple, this little vessel that we have. That's why our spirit's going to get extracted and abducted from the chariots before the missiles come hit. Okay, and this body is going to get burnt in the lake of fire. But our spirit is going to be in that chariot inside of the new body. See, that's the difference. That's not tasting of death. That's not tasting of the second death, like the book of Revelation speaks of. Because when we get abducted, okay, when we get caught up in the chariot, all right, our spirit left this vessel. Now the people who are still here, their spirit is still left in their vessel while they're getting burnt alive. Okay,
And that's why they're gonna feel that steam.
that's that.
And I got one more problem, sorry.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 8. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High.
You can't please the Most High if you're in the flesh, man.
Come.
Because ultimately, what? The law is spiritual itself. The law is Yahweh Shai. Okay? When you read the book, from the book of Exodus all the way to, what is it, Deuteronomy. Okay?
Mhm.
Those are the laws. Okay? Those are spiritual. You got to keep them. All right? To the best of your ability in this captivity. But it's a spirit, they're spiritual. Okay? Yes, they have things, or you have to do this, that, and the third, but it's a reasoning behind why you have to do that. Because it's spiritual. All right? You got it, bro.
That was it on that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you bring up that Romans 12, Baba Bashar?
This is Romans 12.
In verse 2.
Okay, come on. This is Romans 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
There it is again, don't be of this world, Then it says what? The transforming of your mind, the renewing of your mind, that's spiritual, because we was once in the flesh, we was thinking of the flesh all the time. These women and what? You got marijuana demons out there, smoking demons out there, gang demons out there, hood demons, but we had to depart ourselves away from that. We had to renew our mind through Yahweh Shem Shai. Our mind was just our spirit, man. Be ye transformed, man. That old man shall pass away daily. You should be renewing every day, cleansing yourself every day, and don't be a part of this world, man. Don't do the things of this world, Like we read back in 1 John, this world's gonna pass away. So if you're doing the things of this world, you're gonna pass away along with it, in that lake of fire. And that was it on that?
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Then you guys got it.
Con. Let me get it. You got a precept, bro? You can bring your precept out.
Okay, I didn't bring the. Okay, I go into them. This is Matthew 19, and we started at 29. And everyone that had forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life.
See, you're cutting off the world. Like that's the spirit. Cause I said that earlier. Everything that we may like here, the righteous thing that we may like, we're gonna get 100-fold in the kingdom. But we're gonna have to cut those certain things off right now, because that's gonna hinder us from. Matter of fact, get 1 Corinthians 7:1, because that's gonna hinder us from getting closer to Yahweh Shem Shai. You can keep going. Oh, so what? You was gonna say something?
Oh no, I thought you wanted to bring it out right there.
Oh, yeah. Is that on?
That was in on that.
Okay, come. So yeah, bring that up.
Oh, okay, come. 1 Corinthians 7 and verse what? 1?
Mm-hmm.
Come. In verse 1. Now concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
Man, don't even deal with these nigga women and all these whatever nation of women. Don't even deal with it. So go ahead.
Come.
He said, now concerning these, it's good for a man not to touch a woman.
Come.
Paul was a eunuch. He didn't deal with women. He dealt with Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, so go ahead, bro. Get Philippians 3 and 8.
I'm going to continue on to verse 2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication.
Fornication, okay? He's telling you to cut something off from the world to avoid fornication. Fornication goes into what? Idolatry.
Idolatry, yeah.
Which is idolizing.
Come.
Okay, wood and stone, like Deuteronomy 28 chapter said. You worship wood and stone.
Yep.
That's committing fornication. That's an idolatry, which all ties into what? Adultery against Yahweh Shem Shai.
Spiritually and physically.
And physically.
Yeah.
because you want to celebrate Cesare Borgia on December 25th, you're cheating, quote unquote, on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai if you're an Israelite. So go ahead.
Kind of. Or if I can add on to what you said, because he looked at us as his woman too.
That's right.
You know, that's why you have this the spiritual marriage. He's coming back. He's taking us back. You know, his woman back.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna continue. To avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have their own husband.
Let every man have his own wife and every woman have his own husband. Now what? Okay? Wisdom is the woman. We have our own wife already.
Yeah.
It says every wife have his own husband. Okay? Wisdom is married to us. Okay? If we stick with the wisdom, like it says in Sirach 1:1, all wisdom coming from the Lord, then our minds are always going to be set towards the Lord. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
All right. This is Ecclesiastes of Sirach 1:1. All wisdom coming from the Lord and is with him forever.
And it's with him forever. Now, if the wisdom that we're getting from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is with him forever, who's going to abide forever as well? If we hold fast to the end.
That's right.
You are. Okay, Lord willing.
Yeah.
Okay? If you stick with the wisdom that he gave you on this earth, man. So jump down to verse 7.
Come on, this is verse 7. For I would that all men were even as I myself.
Because like we said, he was a eunuch. He didn't deal with women. Yahushai was too. Didn't deal with women. So go ahead.
But every man have his proper gift of the Most High. One after this manner, and another after that.
Is that it on that?
Oh, you want me to continue?
No, that's it. You can stop right there. Get Philippians 3:8, because what he was saying right there in verse 7, I'll have you all be like me. Because what? Paul was a man after Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? I think in Acts the 9th chapter, I don't think it's Acts the 9th chapter, he got kicked off the horse. And Yahushai said, why thou kick against the pricks? Okay? All right? So he got the truth. And ever since then, he was a man after Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So go ahead to Philippians 3:8. He cut it off. He cut it. He said, right when that happened, he said, fuck it. First, the Lord judged him. He was blind for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? He took his sight away. And then and when he got his sight back, you know, people were out to go kill him. So he was always on the run. You know, so go ahead.
This is Philippians 3 verse 8. Yeah, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahushua.
All things but loss for the excellency and knowledge for Yahushua Mashiach. Cut it off. Everything, I don't care. If you lose something, what did you do? Cut that shit off. So go ahead.
My Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things.
He suffered the loss of all things. Get Sirach chapter, I think it's chapter 4. I want to say like, let me see. Sirach 24, you can start at 16. Hold that, okay? So go ahead, bro. Philippians.
And do count them but dung.
There's bullshit. These women in this land, bullshit. The cars, clothes, money, bullshit. The house that you in, bullshit. The only good thing you got going for you is these scriptures in the Akim, the body.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
That I may win Yahushua.
That I may win Yahushua Mashiach, bro.
That's right.
Fuck everything else. I'm trying to get salvation. That's how it should be. Like the brother Zechariah beautifully brought out in 1 John. Cut the world off. Come on, man. Yeah. Cut it off.
Cut that shit off, man.
Cut that shit off. You know, if you want to expound, unless, you know, if you want to expound, get that.
Because, you know, you cutting this world off is a big sacrifice unto the Most High, too. You know, he's looking for a man who's going to do that. And at the end of the day, in that day, you ain't going to be worried about no fucking bitch or no car.
Nope.
Man, your Mercedes or your Lamborghini is going to be fucked up anyway or stolen. You know, your house is going to be broken into. And all these beautiful Instagram chicks you see is going to be raped and dead. So what else, man? Turn back, you know? Turn back.
That's right. And that's what Paul did. He's a great example of turning back when he got the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai. He's like, ain't nothing else, man. Ain't shit else here for me, man. But the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai, so I can receive salvation. So go ahead with Sirach 4 and start at 16.
You said 4:16?
Yeah,
Con. They said 24.
Salakia. Yeah, 4 and 16.
Con is Sirach 4 and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her
Mm-hmm.
and his generations.
Now it says, if a man commit himself unto her, which is what? Wisdom.
Mhm.
So you commit yourself unto wisdom. We read who it came from. So you commit yourself unto Yahweh Shem Shai. Go ahead.
Con. And his generations shall hold her in possession.
And his generation shall hold her in possession. That's us in the kingdom.
Con.
Because we're going to be committed to Yahweh Shem Shai. Therefore, our children, our offsprings, forever and ever and ever, like it says in the book of Daniel,
That's right.
will always be what? Reread that, verse 16 again, Salakia.
Con. Verse 16. If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generations shall hold her in possession.
And hold her as a possession. So all of our generations from on and on and on will hold wisdom as their possession.
That's right.
And there will never be no faults or schisms in the nation of Israel and the kingdom. Keep reading.
Con.
Because
Verse,
this is going to go into Paul. He got the wisdom. All right, so go ahead.
Con. Verse 17. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways.
By crooked ways. Because we were crooked before we even got the truth. But when we got, oh, we Israelite? Oh, what's this, man? You know what I'm saying? Then you start really believing in it, man. I'm a wicked ass nigga.
You start walking upright, you know.
You start walking
That's why we
upright.
come back as little babes too.
That's right. You come back as little babes, but that when you come in as a little babe, which you know, all three of us right here are still
Still
babes.
babes.
We're still trying to learn, man. So it's gonna be, how do you learn? By mistakes. That's a crook kind of way.
Yeah.
Because you're cutting off your old flesh, like it says, your old man, like it speaks of in Romans the 6th chapter. So go ahead.
Con, crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him.
And bring fear and dread upon you. You start catching your hell. Your car shut down. You get a flat. You get evicted. Your bitch leave you. You stuck.
And you start getting certain dreams.
You get
You know,
drained.
you know,
The Lord start messing with you
yeah.
to see if you really about it. You know what I'm saying? And it don't stop. It don't stop. As long as you got this truth, the tribulation don't stop. Your fire don't stop.
He's long suffering.
He's long suffering. So do you. You got to be patient and endure. You got to take it cheerfully, like it says in Sirach, the 2nd chapter. Because you got to understand what it says in Hebrews, the 12th chapter. That if he's chastening you and putting you through this hell, that means he loves you. So go ahead.
You need to be a man of understanding to understand that, to take it cheerful. You know? Don't be carnal, man. Be in the spirit, man.
We just read it. Carnality is enmity to the Most High. But go ahead, bro.
God, and bring fear dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline.
With her discipline. The wisdom will set your ass straight.
That's right.
It's wise to follow law, statute, and commandments to the best of your ability. But it will set your ass straight. Damn, man. Niggas come in and be like, man, I can't get no edge up. Man, I can't even shrimp no more. Scrimp no more.
God.
Niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws.
And she may trust his soul, spirit, and try him by her laws, which is this, the law, statutes, commandments that Yahweh Shai told you to keep, Moses told you to keep. Okay? That's what the law is going to try you by. Reread that last part.
Come. I'm just start from
Oh,
top.
Salah. It says, that's what I wanted. She said, trust. Yeah, start from the top.
Come, verse 17.
Yeah.
For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws.
That she may trust his soul and try him by it. But the trust, okay? Wisdom was made by Yahweh Shem Shai. He's going to take wisdom and see if he can trust you. Okay? You see if he can trust you. You see if you're worthy to get caught up on a chariot. Get your precept, bro.
This is Ecclesiastes of Sirach 2 and 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make no haste in time of trouble. That's right. So set your heart aright and constantly endure. You know, so it's gonna be times you're gonna be tried. You know, it's gonna be times you're gonna be tested. You know, but what you gotta do, you gotta constantly endure. You know, and have integrity, man. You know, because there's no easy walk in this truth, man. You know, every brother have they set them out of hell, they're gonna catch in their life. You know, so what we gotta do? Constantly endure. You know, pray. You know, and fast. Do what you gotta do, man, to get close to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's right.
Just want to expound on it?
But yeah, and through that, you know, once again, it's through understanding, through wisdom, it's through separating that flesh, being holy, not being of this world. All these things that the Most High asks of us to do is just to help us out. You know what I'm saying? It's just to help yourself out, work out your own salvation, you know, and glorify Him. Because honestly, I'm sure these brothers feel the exact same way I feel. But we're tired of the ways of Esau. We used to walk in the ways of Esau. That didn't help us, but bring death upon us, you know, making us blind. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, He separated us, you know. He gave us that wisdom, that understanding to separate ourselves from this world, you know.
That's right.
And keep doing that, man. Keep being diligent, you know. Without faith, it's just impossible to please Him, man. That's faith too, you know. So we can get our crown, the reward, you know. There's a lot of things that's gonna come with it, man. Many mansions and everything, you know.
That's right.
And that's all I want to say on that.
Do you have another precept?
Come. This is Ecclesiastes 2 and 5, with Sirach 2 and 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. The scripture saying in that same book, in Ecclesiasticus, I want to say it's like the 13th chapter. It says a friend cannot be known in adversity, and an enemy can't be. A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy can be hid in adversity. Okay, so when adversity hit, the Lord will know who is His chosen, like it says in Second Ezra, I think the 16th chapter, verse like 76. It says, or maybe like one of the 70s, you know. But it says, then they shall know who am I chosen, or who are the men of the Lord, because they endured through that hardship and tribulation. But you know, the brother Zakari was saying, so we can receive that crown. And I kind of triggered a precept in me. We can probably close it out on this one. You know what I'm saying? If y'all brothers don't have any more precepts.
No, I'm good.
2 Corinthians chapter 1, you can start at 5. Or man, start at 3. No, start at 5. We get to the point.
1 and 5?
Yeah.
All right, this is 2 Corinthians 1 and verse 5. For as the sufferings of Hamashiach abound in us, so our consolation also aboundeth by Hamashiach. And whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation, which is affectional and an enduring of the same sufferings which we also suffer. Or whether we be comforted, it is for your consolation and salvation.
It says, it kept on saying consolation. So we're going to get the word consolation. All right? In the Greek, it's parakalesis, and it means a calling. Okay? So us to endure, okay, like it says in here, it says 2 Corinthians 1 and 5, whereas the suffering of Yahushua and Mashiach abound in us, so is our consolation, our calling, all right, also abounded by Hamashiach Yahushua. Verse 6, and whether we be afflicted, which is that tribulation that the brother was bringing out, okay, and a part of that affliction is putting off the world, okay, because when you put off the world, you become unorthodox or heterodox to the earth. So therefore, they're going to scorn you, they're going to scoff you, and and they're going to hate you. But we understand that Yahweh Shai said they hated me before they hated you. So it goes, it is for your consolation of salvation. So putting off the world is for your calling to get the hell up out of you.
That's right.
Okay? So it says, which is effectual in the enduring of the same sufferings. There goes the word suffer again in the word endure. You got to stay patient in it. Okay? Take your L's. Take your L's in this world. Because you're going to get the biggest dub the world has ever seen. Okay? It says, enduring of the same sufferings which we also suffer. We're going to have to endure the same sufferings as Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai because we're drinking of the cup. All right? It says, or whether we be comforted, okay? Comforted by who? Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. And it says, in the words that he gave us, it says, it is for your consolation. So Paul is speaking straight to, when you read it, he's speaking to you. When you read it, he's speaking to you. When I read it, he's speaking to me and to the brothers who are watching. He's speaking to you. Because at the end of the day, you're walking your own tightrope. You're walking your own path. So it's for your consolation to go through this. Okay? For your salvation. It says it is for your consolation, your calling, and salvation. To get I'm gonna get the word salvation, okay, just for edification purposes. Because here in GMS we're going to words, so we break down the scripture correctly. All right? In the Greek, it's soteria, and it means deliverance. All right? Safety. Deliverance from molestation of enemies. Okay? Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, it says future salvation because we speak prophecy. This is what's going to happen coming soon. You know what I'm saying? But us enduring, us putting off the former things, and us not being conformed to the world, okay, is for our consolation of salvation, man. You know? So you got any other precept, brother? Yeah, we can end it off on yours.
Okay, this is Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Go down to 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
That's right. Few there be that find it. But that straight gate is you putting off the old man and putting off this fucked up ass world that Esau created. Put it off. Get rid of it. Meditate on Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. Okay? Do a hobby or something. Just get out the world. Play the guitar, something, and read the scriptures.
That's right.
Okay? But don't conform to this world, man. That's the straight path to death. Like we read in Romans 8.
Mm-hmm.
The flesh leads to straight death, bro. It leads you to a missile sideways up your ass, man. Okay? There's 200 million missiles coming here. Do the math. There's 320 some odd million people in America. And a few million of them are going to get saved. Okay? So that's literally a missile for each individual. The Lord ain't playing.
That's right.
Literally. Each wicked individual here in America is going to get a personal missile up their ass sideways. Don't be part of that number. Okay? Put it off. Okay? Put the world off. And go back to Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai.
That's right. Because he said, Zephaniah, the day of the Lord is near, it is near, it has to break me.
That's right.
He's speeding times up for the elect's sake, So hurry up, hear your calling, go to that straight path, and endure, man.
That's right.
I gotta endure, this brother gotta endure, that brother gotta endure, you brothers gotta endure,
That's right.
Just like our Lord Yahweh Shai, when he was walking on earth, he endured,
That's right.
Perfect example. So we follow after that example.
That's right.
And through us, we're trying to search out the elect, get the elect, so they can follow along with us, The body, man.
That's right.
Right. So we get the hell about this place, man.
That's right.
The hell about this world. It's gonna be a beautiful thing to finally see this place get destroyed, man. Be in peace, man.
That's right. That's right.
And that's all I wanted to say.
Con, do you have any closing remarks, brother?
Hey, that's it, man. You brothers said it beautiful.
Con.
So, Lord willing, y'all brothers was edified. And until next time, Salat, we want to say, give all glory, honor, and praises unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakab Kadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit who we do this for. Okay, we endure all things for the elect's sake. Okay, again, this is the brothers from the GMS Atlanta Church here in Georgia. And until next time, we want to say shalom.
Shalom.